welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my first time interviewing with a mainline airline. So this video is going to be similar to the last one that I just recently did. However, that one was kind of like an informational one. So for this one, I'm going to talk about how it all went down for me. So last year, I was working at the airport and everything, and I wanted to apply for a flight attendant position for a specific airline. So basically how it went was I put in an application, like a week later they're like, okay, we like you, we're going to send you this confirmation email for like an assessment. So I did the assessment and everything, you fill that out, if they like you and everything, So after that, about like a week, I was sent the video interview. So my first video interview, I didn't have like the blazer, I didn't have like the tube skirt or whatever, I didn't really have a white top. Because before that, when I watched the video, I was on YouTube the day before my video interview, and I was looking at videos of, okay, how to pass the video interview, how to do this, how to do that, to, kind of look the part. So what I had in my closet at the time was just like a simple black button-up shirt with like black slacks, basically. And so, so when I watched this video of this one chick, she worked for the airline, and there was one thing that she said that white tops get the job or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't have a white top, so I was like, oh, fuck. So, after I watched that, I did my video interview, and to be honest, I was really nervous, because there was one part where I couldn't, like, re-answer the question, so, because, like, I stuttered, and I was like, oh, and I just hope that I get that part. But, yeah, so after that, I was like, oh, crap, like, they're not gonna like it, I'm gonna get the thanks but no thanks, and then, like, literally a week later, I got the face-to-face invite. And when I saw the name of the airline, I was like, oh my god, like, okay. So I clicked on the email, and it said, oh, congratulations, we're going to send you onto our little headquarters to interview you. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, really? I literally was like, holy fuck. I was literally shook. I was like, holy crap, like, this is like my first airline interview, holy crap, like, I didn't know what to expect. I was freaking out. I was like fangirling I was honestly fangirling. Trying to like make myself feel comfortable enough. But anyway, so after that, I went on Snapchat and told everybody how excited I was. I also started my brand new business called Arbonne and everything, so I was like excited about that. And so in the email it said, call this number and then schedule you like the date that you want to interview. My interview was in February, and I wanted to go the 4th because just to give myself time, and I also had work the day of the first interview, but it wouldn't let me choose the 4th, so I was like, oh, either do the 1st or the 4th or whatever. And I chose the 1st, which is also my favorite person's birthday. So I was like, oh, why not spend so-and-so's birthday in Texas? That'd be fun. So, what I did was I called the number that they wanted me to call and everything. The line was busy because people were like, holy crap, like, we got an interview, schedule that. So, I called them, and then, like, they sent me my flight itinerary because if you live more than 4 hours of the interview place, then they'll send you a flight and everything. So I did that, and so after I scheduled my interview and everything, I was like, what am I going to wear? I was literally completely broke. And so I was like, okay, well, let me just go to the store real quick and buy tights, the cheapest tights I could find, and an interview outfit and everything. I bought the wrong kind of dress and the wrong kind of heels. Because for one, I was broke and I had no idea what to expect. So I was like, okay, well, I got these, like, long-ass fucking heels, and I was like, oh, God. Didn't think anything of it. Now that I look back at it, I was like, yeah, that was a mistake. And then I bought like a navy blue dress with like black little rhinestones on it, which, partially the reason why they didn't really take me. But anyway, and also more coming up. So anyway, after I bought the dress and the tights and all that stuff, I went home because it was like my only day off that I could go and do that. And so I was like, okay. And so the next day was gonna be like my interview and all that stuff. And I told my job at the time that, oh yeah, I have to be in Texas. It's a family emergency because I really hated that job, and I was like, whatever. And what was risky was that that crappy job was another terminal, and that was where like management really likes to hide out and all that stuff. So I was like, oh fuck. So that was a risk, of me potentially losing my job because I'm whole out saying I've got like a family emergency, but here I am dressed for an interview. But anyway, so what I wore the day before, well, to my flight, I wore a black dress with um, like a white little cover-up thing, because they said look business business attire, and I was as businessy as I could get at the moment because I had no money. So my flight was delayed because it was during that polar vortex thing. So I sat there thinking, oh my god, like I'm literally gonna miss my flight because like by the time I got to the airport was when the flight would have been boarding. So I was like, oh fuck. So after all that, I sat at the gate for literally like 4 hours, and I was like, okay. There was a store that I was gonna go in because I had forgot something to get, and literally I was so glad those coworkers did not see me because I was like, oh fuck. Like I told them, oh, to call out and everything, and they called someone from that terminal to cover my shifts. So after all that happened, so the people, they get back, they change crew and everything, and it's my time to board. There's this little kid who would not stop screaming the entire flight. And I sat next to this older lady, and she was getting really like annoyed by it, and yeah, the kid was just not happy. So anyway, after that, it was a nice flight, like seeing the clouds and all that. So we landed and everything, and it was a Houston airport, but yeah, I landed in Houston and everything, and it was a different experience. I just didn't really know where to go because I was like, okay, is there something I should ask? Where's the recruiting thing? Like, where's the interview part? Who do I have to talk to get my shuttle or whatever to get to the training thing? And yeah. So after all that, like, I stayed the night in the airport, hung out, and then I got ready in the toilets and everything, tried to look as professional as I possibly could. I wore like a gray, like frilly sweater. It was a mess for me. But so anyway, after that, I got on the first shuttle out to get to the facility because if you're late, you're not going to be interviewed, and it just looks bad on you. So I got there. It was literally like the second person that was I guess in line or whatever, and so it was like a very like small little like thingy or whatever building that you go into. It was dark, it was rainy, and I sat next to this one chick. We all had our luggage, and then we waited for all the other people to arrive. We got like these little like name tags or whatever, and then that you had to give back at the end of the day if you didn't get the job. But anyway, ow. So after all that, the recruiters came in, we shook hands, we said hello, and then we all put our stuff in the luggage bins. They tell you to turn off your phones, which you really should. And also during the breaks when they tell you, oh, like you can do this and that, yeah, keep your phones off because that's also like a trick. So anyway, after all that, like they brought us into a room, and they introduced themselves. They told them, yeah, we're also flight attendants, all that, and then they went over pay, training, everything under the sun, basically, about the airline. It was really cool. And I was like, holy crap, like, this is my first airline, like, they wanted to choose me as a candidate, I was like, oh. So I was excited about that. There were mistakes that I did because, like, when they told us to get into groups or whatever, like, introduce each other, or, like, when they leave the room, there was one dude sitting by himself. I was sitting by myself. Other people were kind of sitting by themselves, so that was another, would these people work together kind of thing, and if they're not talking to each other, then, yeah, not worth hiring in their eyes. But anyway, so they made us do icebreakers and everything, and I felt so bad because I felt like I accidentally cut off the recruiter chick because she was like, oh, like, name, like, three things about yourself or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, and I accidentally did four on accident, and it wasn't my turn, and that kind of made her mad. And then, so after we did the icebreakers, they all put us into groups, and they called us out by name or whatever, a number, and then they sat us into another room where they were going to interview other people and all that stuff, and we had like, I think, three different people interview us or whatever, but it was individually. Um, and then, so when it came to like, so I actually talked to a few other people that are now flight attendants for another airline that I really like and want to work for, as well as plan to fly with this summer. So I think she's been on one for like a year. Shout out to Liz. So after that, another person that was in my group that was interviewed, like she got the job with the airline, but I think she still works for them, hopefully. But you know, kudos to her. So yeet. Anyway, continuing that, so basically, like, we all talked and everything, we got to know each other, we were sharing some laughs, some people were giving us mints and everything, and then, so, when it was my turn, everyone else's turn to get interviewed, like, we all went to the rooms we were supposed to go, so, when I was interviewed, like, my recruiter was like, oh, hello, like, your name, all that stuff, and I was nice, I smiled and everything. And I followed the dude into the room where he was going to interview me. So basically, you know, he started off with like the questions and everything. Why do you want to be a flight attendant? And like the STAR method kind of thing. And that one I'm really bad at because it's like, I kind of go off topic with that and it's just like, But, so anyway, he started just asking me questions and everything. He wasn't really looking at me, so I was kind of like, hi, smile. You know, I didn't do this, but anyway, so yeah, you know, I was, you know, answering very nicely and professionally and everything, and he was just kind of like, just writing it down like, oh, okay. Because personally, I felt like he wasn't listening or whatever, but this isn't me bashing the airline, but it was just my experience, and, you know, they're very good people. So, anyway, after all that, we were finished, and he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to have you go into this room, and we'll let you guys know, this and that, and I was like, oh, okay, and one of the girls that I had just talked to was in there, so everybody started talking, they were all like, oh, so, you know, were you a flight attendant, or, oh, why do you want to be a flight attendant? We were just all kind of, you know, hanging out and just talking to each other, and then when I heard my name called, and another chick called, and Liz and everyone else being called, that was my group, I literally thought, oh my god, like, holy crap, like, did I just get the job, like, because, the female recruiter brought us into the corridor, and I was like, oh my god, like, what's gonna happen, and then she's like, oh, well, follow me, and I was like, oh crap, so, she followed us, like, into the lobby and everything, and so, we basically were told, like, oh, take off the little name tags we gave you, and just, put them in the little bucket that they had at the top, or at the counter, and sign out or whatever. And then I saw this one lady literally like just rip off her name tag and like slide it into the little bucket and just storm out and everything. And she's like, oh, like every time. And I was like, okay. Like even like the recruiter and like the lady at the desk was like, well then. And so that's one thing that you shouldn't do in an interview. Like even if you get rejected, is just start going wild. Because what they like to see is like if you're professional, like you're okay with getting rejected and coming back a second time, because they like people who are like they keep pushing at that, you know, they like the whole go-getter thing. But anyway, so after that, like we all just kind of like sat and waited for the next shuttle to arrive. So we went back to the airport. This one chick was like, oh my god, like holy crap, like they tricked us, kind of like. Because we were brought to like a training facility because the guy made a wrong turn. And I was like, oh my god, like, did they really trick us and everything? Did we really get the job? But we didn't. So we went back to the airport and everything. And what I like about going to like airline interviews is that like you meet up with the people that you interviewed with, you know, and you just kind of like you hang out at the airport, you know, just have fun. And that's what we all did. We just like sat out at this little table. I'm not taking my nose, promise. So we like had this little table, and we just ordered ourselves ourselves like drinks and all that stuff, and it was kind of nice. But yeah, so I definitely will apply for that airline again. So you know, um, hopefully you guys like this video. Go ahead and give me a nice big thumbs up, blue thumbs up. Click that bell button as well as subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed just yet. So yeah, there will be more coming soon the following Sunday. So see. You guys have a nice day and follow me on social media. I'll put that in the description below. So you guys have a nice day.